If you've been struggling mixing vocals, you definitely came to the right spot. Today I'm gonna teach y'all how to mix vocals. I've been posting a whole bunch of presets lately, but today I'm gonna just teach y'all boys how to mix vocals in general. I'm not saying copy everything I do step by step, but I'm just showing y'all what I do step by step so you can get the gist of how to mix vocals and you can see it firsthand. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and play the song for y'all that we talking about today, the example, so y'all can hear what it sound like before the mixing and after the mixing, so you can see how big of a deal and how much of a difference mixing makes. And it could really make a bad song sound good if it's mixed right, you know what I'm saying?
Don't call me bitch, I'm busy. I've been trapping around the city. All I know is trap. All they know is cap. All I know is trap. All they know is cap. Let's go. Don't call me bitch, I'm busy. I've been trapping around the city. All I know is trap. All they know is cap. All I know is trap. All they know is cap. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Nigga, he said I won't shoot. I told him try my luck. Bit my chain frozen. It's like a hockey puck.
Yeah, man, so y'all heard the song. Y'all see I'm not capping. The mix sounds crazy. It sounds good. But you see, we started from real raw recording, real muddy vocals. So let's go ahead and see what we did to mix these vocals. Yeah, man, like I said, my vocals wasn't that bright. They didn't have that much life. So I added a multi-filter. Hey, with the multi-filter, I like it because you have a lot of different options. Low pass, high shelf. You know what I'm saying? You have different options. But in my case, I went for a high shelf. A high shelf filter is just boosting up the high end so you can have brighter vocals. And like I said, my vocals wasn't that bright. They were very muddy. So I added a little bit of air.
I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up.
10,000 hertz. That's the air in your vocals. So I added some 10K to give me some brightness and some air to make my vocals sound more, you know what I'm saying, more professional and more like, and more industry standard. So when you mixing vocals, you want to get them nice and bright. So add a multi-filter or any type of EQ and boost up the high end some until it start to sound nice and bright. Without sounding harsh though, you don't want harsh vocals, you just want bright vocals. So you see I boosted around 2 dB, nothing crazy, just enough to give me some brightness and some excitement into my vocals. So step one, I would have to say in mixing vocals is like tone, you know what I'm saying? So this is the first step I did to shape the tone. Okay, so the next thing I added was a de-esser. When you mixing vocals, if you hear a harsh that S sound, put a de-esser on. I would say do a frequency around 5,000 to like 8,000. Find which frequency sounds the best for you. Put a de-esser on your vocals and then pull the threshold back until it's taking out the perfect amount of S sounds in your vocals.
I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up.
You see, this is the sweet spot on my vocals. Don't go all the way down to the end because your vocals will sound compressed and squashed and you don't want to hear that sound in your vocals. But a de-esser is vital in mixing vocals. When you mixing vocals, you also want a compressor. So I put a compressor next. The whole goal of a compressor or compression period is to make the vocals sound more consistent, you know what I'm saying, and more together. Because when you record vocals, you don't have a compressor on, so they you bouncing around in volume because you might be rapping like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna stay the same volume the whole time. You're not a robot. So the compressor gets you in that ballpark and keeps your vocals a little more consistent instead of bouncing all around. If you want more compression, just turn the squeeze up. And if you want less compression, just turn the squeeze down. That's why I like this compressor, because it's super simple to use. You know what I'm saying? Even a brand new beginner to Bandlab can use this compressor and feel confident. And if you need it to sound louder, just turn the gain up. And if it's too loud, just turn the gain down, man. But you gonna need a compressor on your vocals to make them pop more and keep it more consistent inside of the mix. All right, man, like I was telling y'all earlier, the tone, that's the main part in vocals. So this plugin right here, this next effect is probably the most important effect in mixing vocals on Bandlab. The graphic EQ, this is where we really shape the tone out. This part of the preset changes the sound the most out of anything, you know what I'm saying? Everybody microphone and recording environment is different. You gotta just take certain steps to mix vocals, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta follow the general guidelines of the graphic EQ to get your own EQ. Don't just copy mine. 100 range, that's gonna be the boominess in your vocals. the extra low end. Pull that all the way down to -15 and start to bring it up some until it sounds natural. I'll show y'all an example right now.
I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up.
The 200 range is the bass. If your vocals don't have much bass, I would say leave this alone or maybe even boost it. But if your vocals had too much body and too much bass in them, like how mine did, I would say take the 200 hertz range down some to reduce some of that bass in your vocals, you know what I'm saying? 400 range, that's like the boxiness. The part of your vocals that'll make it sound like you gotta cover over yourself, you know what I'm saying? So if your vocals sound like they're covered up and they're boxy, reduce the 400 range some. 800 is like the life in your vocals, I would say, I guess. So leave it alone if you got to. Take some out. It just all really depends on your sound source, like I always tell y'all. 1.6K is the mid-range. Here's where your vocal can sound nasally, honky, all type of weird sounds. So if it sounds like that, reduce it some. Take some out. Y'all already know what's going on until it start to sound even. I do that little trick on every part of the EQ. I take it all the way down, then I blend it back in into taste until it sounds natural. 3.2K hertz, man. This is where your vocals might sound harsh. So if your vocals sound a little harsh in that mid-range, that upper mid-range, take some of this out and it'll make your vocal sound smoother. So by reducing a little bit of 3.2K, that's how you get some smoothness out of your vocals. 6.4K, that's the brightness in your vocals. What's up, mama? So if you need more brightness or more clarity in your vocals, boost up 6.4K. If your vocals sound a little too harsh and too present, too much brightness, turn 6.4K down some, man. Okay, next up we got some saturation. We went with the tape simulator. What the tape simulator does, it just adds some harmonics to the vocals, you know what I'm saying, and make them not be look at my daughter. What's up, bud? Add some excitement to them, add some it makes it fuller too. So if you need this, you can use some, but if it sounds too saturated or you don't like how it sounds, you can skip this step in mixing vocals. I just feel like saturation always makes vocals sound more present and more full. So if anything, just turn the drive down some if it start to sound oversaturated. But I would recommend using saturation. If not this one, the BL driver also. Alright then, bet. So the next thing we got is another compressor. When you mixing vocals, you don't want to just stop at one compressor. You want your vocal to sound nice and smooth and consistent. So the first compressor might not catch all the peaks. So we put a second compressor on to make the vocals pop, absolutely pop out.
Mud in my cup, I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up.
The settings, like I said, they depend on you and depend on your preference. But by using two compressors, it'll make your vocal sound a lot more professional. So when I say mixing vocals on Bandlab, you're gonna need two compressors, man. I'm telling you now. With one, it's not gonna pop out the mix that good. Okay, when I mix vocals, I also like to add like some modulation. Modulation is like how chorus is and how like the flanger effect, stuff like that. It just makes the vocal sound like more professional. Like when I listen to like people in the studio, it sounds like they got that on, like a chorus type effect, like a wider, fuller type effect.
Niggas, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Niggas, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Niggas, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up.
So I always throw this on most of the time. I went with the chorus ensemble, and I just play with the amount until it sounds good for me, man. If y'all want to, you're gonna take the little quick, safe route. Just copy these settings if you got to. But the chorus ensemble makes the vocal sound a lot wider and just bigger and juicier, you know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. After that, I usually add some reverb to make the vocals blend in with the beat and sound more professional. You know what I'm saying? The size will give you the more reverby sound. If you turn it less down, you'll have less of that reverb sound.
I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Nigga, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Nigga, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking. She better shut the fuck up. Nigga, I got some mud in my cup. I'm about to double it up. I told that bitch she ain't fucking.
And the mix amount, it does the same thing. It gives you more or less reverb. So y'all just play with it until it sounds good for you. But when you mix vocals on Bandlab, man, you gon' need reverb unless you're on like some Detroit type rap style. But I think they even use reverb now. And the last thing you're gonna wanna add when you mixing vocals is some delay. This is optional too, you know what I'm saying? But I always use delay just a little bit. You don't wanna really hear it that much. You just wanna hear it in the background to make the vocal sound more full. When we mix the vocals, man, we want them to sound full and even and just smooth all together. So these are the steps you gotta take, man. If I helped y'all out, man, the only thing I ask is just hit that subscribe button. And I'm gonna post plenty of new content for y'all, bro. I got more presets coming soon. I'm trying to post some different content though. I'm trying to steer away from presets for a little minute. So y'all got some ideas on content, on Bandlab content, let me know. And I'm gonna try to get some music soon. I'm gonna get some more acoustic treatment for my room. Not this, I'm gonna get some better ones, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see it soon. So hey man, road to 10K. We only like a couple away. So y'all keep on supporting, man, and I'm gonna keep on dropping videos. No cap. Also, y'all check out my music. I'll pin one of my songs in the description. Y'all go check me out. And also, if you need a song mixed on Bandlab, hit me up on Instagram, man. YSLKD__. I'll mix it for you for a very cheap price, and I'll have you sounding good. You know what I'm saying? And y'all better jump on it while the price is still cheap. Cause when I hit 10K, man, price is going up. No cap.